Jonah Tong, when you go back to the 2022 draft, he was someone that really jumped up boards and on the radar by participating in the MLB Draft League, which was new at that time. And he kind of topped the charts as far as pitch metrics there. And he caught the eye of scouts, and obviously the Mets had looked at him prior, but this kind of pushed him up maybe a little bit on boards. He goes in the 7th round, and it's just raw stuff, over the top delivery. And when you go back to 2023, it was, he didn't really know where it was going. He was throwing pretty hard. He had good stuff, but at time and getting tons of swings and misses, but it was all over the place. This year, he's refined his mechanics. His fastball has ticked up a little bit. It's in one start there at St. Lucie, it touched 97, but he's more of a 93, 94, 95 kind of guy with a hammer curveball. And what's important is he's now locating this stuff where he's throwing better strikes. He is not walking nearly as many batters. And shout out to Sam Dykstra over at MLB Pipeline, who posted that Jonah Tong actually led all pitchers in the Florida State League in induced vertical break on his fastball for average. So he's averaging 20 and a half inches of induced vertical break on his fastball, which if you've listened to this show for a while, you know what it means. If you don't, easy thing is when you hear a fastball has life and it feels like it's almost rising, that's what induced vertical break is. And 20 and a half inches is like an elite number for the major leagues, just for transparency. And, you know, Jonah Tong's a guy that didn't make my top 30 list when I made it in spring training. I have a feeling if he continues on this trajectory he's going, by my mid-season update that I'll do for SNY, he's going to be way higher than the back end of the top 30.
And Joe, I think it's easier for people like me and just, you know, even just not even fans of the prospect game or just fans of the team to buy in to arms in the Mets system right now, right? It's the Mets aren't the type of system anymore where it's like if a guy didn't go in the first or second round, he's nothing in the system, because now they're starting to have a track record of getting guys to upper levels of the minors that were taken in these later rounds. And Tong, yes, we need to see him actually have success as a 20-year-old in Brooklyn, but this feels like maybe their next success story of a guy, 7th round pick, not the biggest guy in the world, but the stuff is on the right trajectory for his age to kind of fly through the system over the next 2 years.